to your liking, sir?
Do you have anything stronger?
I believe we can accommodate. Do you need compact or firepower?
Actually, I was hoping for a bit of both.
I believe I have just the thing.
There we is.
Good afternoon.
What's up, everybody? It is a Thursday afternoon. Hectic Thursday afternoon.
Got some kind of weird error message there. I'm not
Sorry, we're running a little late. We're having some technical difficulties, but let us know if the stream is showing up and working as normal. We can't see the stream on Facebook on our end. It tells us we're not there.
YouTube says it's seeing something.
YouTube, we see ourselves.
It says we have an excellent connection.
Excellent.
But
Go ahead and throw your comments,
Yeah.
questions up there, and we will have fun today. It's
Calvin
working.
says it's working. All right.
Okay.
Well, we can't see ourselves, but it's working.
There we go.
Phantom Menace GIF.
It's working! It's working! We're a day late for that.
All right. Yeah,
Right.
I know.
Anyway. All right, well, why don't you introduce yourself?
All right. Well, I am Gregory. I've been here for about a year and a half.
He's my brother.
Yes, unfortunately, we are related, despite the lack of resemblance. So I am, my title is production engineer, but what I actually do is, for the most part, manage the machine shop. I do scheduling stuff, making sure we don't run out of stock, planning ahead. Oh.
We're a little fuzzy apparently. Get the mics going.
Sorry. Planning all the production on the CNC parts that we make in-house and that sort of things.
Fun stuff.
Yeah, it's fun. I like it. I like it very
Lots
much.
of fun stuff.
Yeah.
He makes lots of chips, and what's left over is some pretty cool parts.
Yes. Yep. So,
So,
what are we drinking?
what are we drinking? I am drinking a Yeehaw Hefe.
I had one of those a couple weeks ago. They're very unique, very fruity. I just have a
Definitely very fruity.
Varsteiner Dunkel.
Has a little bit of that banana flavor that you get with
yes,
that's
it's very
with Hefeweizen sometimes.
yeah. So
Yeah, definitely a little bit banana-y. If you like your banana.
So yeah, we have had a busy week and a half in the shop. We got a new machine.
We did.
It's very large, it's very cool, and it's a little different. So we're still figuring out how to make it work. It's not quite making parts yet, but hopefully in a day or two.
Yep. Bit of a step up for us. It's an Akuma, really nice machine. Hoping it will both increase productivity so that we can get you guys more MTWs and all that cool stuff, and also just overall improve quality and surface finish, all the things that a high quality machine will do for you. So, let's see. Any questions yet? Nobody's on YouTube.
On YouTube. I don't know if that's not set up correct. It looks like it is. Facebook, we've got a bunch. Question that seems to be a very general question about Cat5. Is that just an update?
Cat5 Go. Yeah, I think we are building. So we built out a small test batch, and then disassembled the test batch once we were happy with it. Sent parts up for final finishing. just got them back and are working on assembling a pilot batch here before the sort of engineering side hands it off to production for full production. But we are moving forward on Cat5. It is it's moving forward. I'm excited about it. It's been a fun project, and I don't have an exact release date, but I think we are planning to start production building next week. I think is the plan, and then we'll build up a batch, and once we have a batch ready to go, we'll release it to you guys.
So, Dion wants to know about the summit. I assume that's the tech class and all that happening this summer.
It is happening. This is our 9th anniversary party. How crazy is that?
You're getting old.
I am getting old. 9 years, guys. We've been doing this 9 years. So we'll have to do something special next year for the 10-year anniversary, but I don't know what yet. But yeah, last week in July, I think it's the 28th and 29th, you can contact Dalton and he can get you the details.
All right, we got a couple question about electronics. Ordered 3 weeks ago. I don't know.
That's
off the top of my head,
you can follow. There is a forum on our website. The forum on our website will work with putting in a request. There's an option that's like check the status of my order. So you can put that in, and it will. The proper person will get back to you with what the status of the order is. One more lower receivers for NB in stock. More lower receivers of which type? Right now, we are all of our lowers are going to guns. We are building guns as fast as we can. We have increased our build rate quite a bit, and we are catching up, believe it or not. We're finally actually catching up on our backlog. Lead times are starting to come down a little bit, but.
So that the lowers in particular, that's one of the things that this new machine is going to help us with.
Yep.
Since we switched to the billet 6 or 7 months ago, or 8 months, whenever that was, last summer we switched to the billet lowers, and we had when we had massively upsized the shop a year and a half ago, we had plans for the different types of machines we would need, and those required a large amount of machining power that we weren't planning on, because
The billet
lowers, because it requires different stuff than just machining the forged lowers. So the new machine should be online this week. That'll take a month or two for those parts to actually enter the stream of how parts cycle through the process, but that should more than double the rate at which we can make those lowers, and we should be able to pump out a lot more MTWs.
Lots more lowers as well. We already have capacity on uppers. We're good on uppers.
We're good on everything until we grow a bit more. So, apparently, what is the...
Blown up tanks in Ukraine with Wolverines. Yes. That is actually where the name came from. Indirectly. The team I was playing with was called the Wolverines from that film, and then I was working on designing the SMP and I needed to set up accounts with these industrial suppliers because I needed parts that you couldn't just pick up at Lowe's. And they wanted a business name. They were like, we need a business name. I was like, well, I don't have a business. I'm just making parts. And what's the deal? I said, well, just call me. They were like, well, it doesn't matter. We just need something to put in the slot. It doesn't matter whether you have a business license. So I was like, yeah, just call it Wolverine Airsoft. And thus we are Wolverine Airsoft.
So Mark says, will the new Forged have all the same upgrades of the limited edition? I don't think we've actually decided exactly details about that, because that's still a bit out. It obviously won't have Cerakote or the engraving.
The Cerakote, the engraving, and the inner barrel upgrade probably will not be included. The new hop up design will be included, but no, we're not planning to include all of those upgrade features.
Manufacturing flaw with the Hop Arm.
Causes it to fly slightly left. Are you planning to make a CNC hop unit anytime soon? We make CNC hop units.
The arm is
the same though.
Yeah.
There is an Silent Industries makes a CNC arm if you want to look into that.
BB weight. Do you recommend using heavier BBs for the Reaper? 2/8. The nozzle pushes the BB out of the bucket.
It really shouldn't if you have any hop applied at all. We use 2/8 all the time. I think there's something else mixed up with your setup if that's happening. No, it definitely, we use 2/8 for testing all the time. That's what our QC BBs are.
Hope the MTW9 will make it to Germany soon. I know that I saw some that were labeled, or no.
There's a bunch going to Europe, but Germany is different because of the Fstamp.
They still have to get there behind it. I know I saw some. I saw some labeled semi-only, so I was thinking that would.
No, those are probably going to the UK.
Okay. Is UK semi-only, or is it just?
It's.
I did not know that. Okay.
Yes,
I didn't ask.
But the Germany needs the Fstamp, so they are working on getting an Fstamp so they can import them into Germany.
Yeah. Mark, I assume you're still following up on the Forged question. The electronics in the
the optical sensor. Yeah,
that's permanent change.
Yeah,
that'll
be the same going forward.
Yeah.
Yep.
Changed any internals on the MTW?
Okay, well, I don't really have an MTW. I have about 15 partial MTWs, if that makes any sense. I don't really have my own guns. They're just all the shop guns. And so we have lots that are in various pieces and configurations and, whatever. And so when I'm going to play a game, I just piece together whatever I feel like playing with and go from there. So usually nothing I play with is exactly stock because we don't take stuff straight out of production. We piece it together with stuff that, generally our shop guns are stuff that has cosmetic flaws or, something happened and so it's now a demo piece. But we ship all the pretty stuff for you guys.
Eric, yes, the answer is you logged in too late and you missed all of the details that we disclosed about the AK.
Sorry, we're not gonna
if and when that's got you. Yeah, you missed everything that we said about that.
Sorry,
completely. How far are we from Nashville? We are about 4-ish hours from Nashville. Nashville's right in Tennessee's long and skinny, going east-west. Nashville's right in the middle. Nashville's right in the middle. We are on the far east side. Memphis is on the far west side, so it's about 8 hours end to end.
Oh, it's like over 8 hours to get to Memphis. It's like the better part of 9 hours to get from where we are to Memphis, and you're all in the same state. But it only takes,
it's only about an hour north-south.
Yeah, north-south, maybe a little over an hour, but not much to get north to south.
So, yeah.
It's both long and skinny, and it's oblong, or it's like a
weird
parallelogram thing going on.
So, reflashing the board.
Are you trying to feather the trigger? because if you are, then it will make it easier for you to do so. If you're not, then you won't see any difference. It really is feather. Like, the original programming will keep up with anybody that's actually like pulling the trigger.
Yeah.
If you're trying to just like hold it right at the edge and kind of wiggle it side to side so that it the switch goes on and off really fast, then the new electronics will make that more easy to do.
Yeah,
but
it's very small amounts of time that you're talking about.
Yes.
That's actually that was 2 years ago that we were redoing all that.
Something like that. It was a while ago.
Because it was right when
Yeah.
all the COVID stuff was starting, and I was still in Delaware.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was something you worked on before you came down here, wasn't it?
So yeah.
Time flies.
We're mostly caught up on questions. You can keep dropping them if you want. Do we want to say anything else about the?
So why don't you tell them the other project you've been sort of pushing on the Invictus side?
Yeah. So we don't have there's not a terrible lot to say about this, except that we've had in the back of our minds for a long time that we have extra capacity and ability, and no reason that we cannot make some extra rails and potentially other accessories in the future for real steel applications, and sell them to people that are interested. All of our rails are obviously high quality stuff, and we really like them. We have a lot of guys here that are pretty serious, pretty serious gun guys that like them and have them on their ARs.
The only difference is the barrel nut, really.
Yeah, so
the rest of it's completely compatible.
It's been kind of in the back of our head, again, because of all the stuff that got changed up and new stuff last year. We didn't have the time to do it, but now we're kind of getting a reset in the shop, and we're working on that. We're not sure exactly. We're going to take it slow as far as launching that. We thought it would be a cool kind of idea to push it locally first, because we got a lot of local gun shops, and we can push the cool factor of manufactured in Kingsport, a mile down the road. So we're going to start out that way and make a few extra, see what feedback we get. But again, just to if there was any any doubt, we think the stuff that we're making is on par or up there with the quality for real stuff, better than a lot of stuff that's sold for. And we believe in it, and so I've been working on that, had it in my mind for a while, and we're finally going to be doing that pretty soon. Yeah.
So the first rail we're going to do that with is
the new version,
the new Mark 1 M-Lock rail system.
Yeah.
We're gonna start pushing those. Those are the ones we're gonna be using on the Billet Tactical.
Yep.
Eventually on all of the Billet series, but for right now, just on the Billet Tactical, and we're gonna be pushing those out to local retailers and potentially looking to expand a lot more into the firearms market with the Invictus side of the company in the future. So exciting stuff.
Yeah, it's fun. We're looking forward to it. It's exciting getting the new machine, because it's a chance to learn new stuff. It's a different make of machine, some different capabilities, and we have a lot to learn for sure. But we believe in the quality of what we're doing, and we work really hard to make sure that it's great. And the people that we have working on it are great. All the guys that work with me in the shop are fantastic, and so we really believe in it. Calvin is very pumped up. He's got one of the advanced rails on his.
Those are also will also be.
Is that the Calvin? Is that the on your little little dude, did you put a 7-inch on your little
Calvin had a pistol.
mini
He was
pistol
looking for
AK?
something for.
Or, I mean, AR? Didn't say AK.
But yeah, they're good stuff. We've sort of cut our teeth and had the learning curve for a while, and we're pretty confident in our ability to keep up right now in terms of what the other stuff that's on the market.
And it's only getting better, because we are still learning. All of us are relatively new to this stuff. The 3 guys that work with me in the shop are all under 24, 23, and performing at really high levels. All those guys are just gonna get better at what they do, and so we're really excited about the future moving forward.
Yeah,
so.
It's it'll be a fun thing to see how we can continue to sort of grow, and lots of ideas still on the Airsoft side as well. I can't tell you guys about those right now, but lots of things in the works on the Airsoft side, but also looking to expand and sort of get into other markets as well. Looking at new property right now, trying to because we've outgrown our existing space, so we're looking at some new property, thinking about either getting an additional space or just getting something completely new that'll give us room to grow.
Brandon was saying he wanted a 7-inch advanced.
Aren't they on the website?
I think they should be
or
on the
website.
website.
You want one for your AR?
Oh yeah.
We don't have a web shop yet for the real steel stuff. We haven't decided how we're going to manage that.
We don't want it to be on the same website. We do have a website that's just like purely advertising. This is the cool stuff for Invictus.
Is it actually up?
I don't know if Brandon wants. It's out there. I don't know if Brandon wants people to look at it, but I think it's there. It's really nice. Brandon pulled together. It looks really sharp, but it's there's no way to order yet. Anything. So
I won't give you the URL.
We're not gonna.
The site's still under construction, but it looks good. Even looks good on.
It looks really sharp. Yeah, he made sure.
Even looks pretty good on mobile. Yeah. Sweet.
All right. I think we had 1 or 2 more questions that were popping up.
Next time, MPW AK version. We gave all the details we had earlier, and you missed that. Sorry. Everybody took it. Yeah, so unfortunately there was a hiccup. Elon was gonna buy Wolverine Airsoft and launch the AK, but his check bounced. So
he was all excited about it, but he checked his bank account and he was like, "Oh, guys, I only got about $350." He all out.
I think Twitter kind of drained his cash reserves a bit. So anyway, it's all right. Maybe next time.
Got my Forged limited edition last week. It's incredible. They are
awesome.
They are indeed pretty.
And they are going on the website now.
Yeah.
We sold a number of them over the weekend, but good
there
chunk
can't
of
be
what
many left then. We only had a few.
Yeah, we didn't have that many. So
get on it.
Yeah.
If you want one.
Because once they're gone, they're gone.
Okay, so he's got a broken Selector switch on his Spartan board. Gen 2 Spartan.
Okay, the easy solution is to just get a new Selector switch, get a new trigger board. In theory, if you're in the U.S. and you want to send it to us, we probably can replace the switch for you as long as the pads haven't been damaged. You could try to find a retailer that could replace it for you. We can provide the part number. Big thing with that, though, is, and if you watch the video, I have a pro tip section in the video that explains some other things that I'd recommend doing. And one of them is to chamfer the edge of the Selector switch. It's just different gearboxes and Selector switches, tolerances, all that kind of stuff. Sometimes some of the Selector switches have a real sharp edge that can catch on the switch and kind of scalp it off. So definitely recommend chamfering that.
Yeah. Measurement for where the hole is for a P90.
Which one? There's a bunch of different types.
I don't know anything about that.
I don't know whether I can get you an exact measurement on that. We have a couple in-house.
That does sound like the kind of thing you could email.
Yeah, you could email tech@wolverineairsoft.com, and if we have information on that, we can let you know.
Would a 4590 real steel safety selector work on a forged? I don't know whether it would work at all. It definitely wouldn't work without being modified because it has the optical switch, but I do not know what the geometry is.
I don't know what the geometry. I don't remember.
So the optical switch needs a light and a dark area to work at the very least. You have to have a surface that switch is interacting between your.
So on the limited,
selects.
that was a stainless. I think it was a stainless part, and then you'll see a section that's painted black.
Yeah.
And that's your dark section. So you have to give the optical selector the two so it knows whether it's in semi or full auto.
So his Mark switched a forged selector barrel into a billet. That should work.
Yeah,
right?
that should work either way. As long as they're both optical, if they have an optical sensor.
Yeah, an older billet it would not.
An older billet,
would it work physically?
It would work physically. It's the same physical dimensions.
Okay.
But if you did an older
forged
into a newer billet that has the optical, it might not work.
Inner barrel on the 9.
It is just a standard 208 6.03, same one that goes in the 7-inch billet MTW.
Yep. All right. YouTube says this gentleman wants a green LE next time.
Model on a limited run again, but green, not tan. There are some really nice greens. There are some really nice greens. And we may do other limited edition things in the future.
They won't be exactly the same.
They won't be exactly the same. That's the thing about it being limited. But
and be careful what you wish for, because some of the people at this business would like make it neon green or purple or orange or something, and you might not want that. So just be careful what you ask for.
There are some heretics here. He's just talking about his Switch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You can check with the retailer and see if they can help you out there. That's generally your good first contact if you have a problem, you need tech support, warranty issue, or whatever. Is check with take it back to the retailer you bought it from and see if they can help you out.
Okay. Brandon says green for a 10th anniversary limited edition. I can imagine it.
I can picture that.
The limited edition stuff is extra work because it's a
work.
lot of extra work.
Oh my
that you
word,
don't
guys!
Think about because when we're running production on our continuous parts, you make a batch that makes sense, and if it'll go into this production batch or the next production batch. When you're trying not to just waste money on something that you are making a specific amount on, you got to make exactly the right amount, and then you have some bad ones, and then you don't have enough, and then you don't.
And so it's just and everything.
You
everything.
Spend time and money and everything.
The surface finishing ends up. We had to send a number back because the Cerakote wasn't up to snuff, or it got damaged during assembly, so we got to send it back, and it was a huge effort to get those guns out. It did not end up being the quick and easy sort of fun project we anticipated it being. It was a large-scale effort to make it happen. So,
but they are pretty. They are very pretty.
They're very pretty. That is for sure.
In the end,
olive drab. Yeah, greens are really hit or miss in my book. Some of them are awesome. There's some really, really nice greens out there, but some of them are just. Oh, we got a gun in the other day, and it was not yet, but like a couple months ago, and it was.
Oh yes, I remember.
It was like this green that was supposed, it almost was a really cool green, but it just kind of looked like pea soup. And it was just like,
I remember.
almost, but not quite. Like you didn't quite hit it. So anyway, all right, I think we're about done for today. We got a lot of work to do. We're gonna go get back to it.
Okay.
There's massive amounts of stuff to do trying to get the new machine up and running, along with lots of other stuff we're working on. So thank you guys for hopping on.
Yep.
And we will see you guys next time.
Mm-hmm.